So I decided to do a little weekend camping trip, and I thought I would give just a little sample of the gear I'm using for this trip. It's pretty simple, nothing out of the ordinary, nothing special, nothing fancy. It's just the gear that I use on overnight. It's going to get down into the 30s. Uh, should be uh, around 50 a day, and during the day. But here it is. Here's what I'm using. Over to your right here, that's just a simple buff and some neoprene socks, some darn tough socks, and some sort of generic gloves. This is from Gossamer Gear. It's that 1/4 inch foam. Because I don't do any through hikes or really long distance hikes, I use a little foam piece. That thing is less than an ounce. I don't know exactly, but that piece right there goes under my sleeping pad just to prevent it from getting um, any issues with punctures or anything on the ground. This is my Enlightened Equipment Revelation 20-degree quilt. This is my stake bag because I am using a Flames Creed. I guess that's the Lanshan 2-man tent. It's the one similar to a duplex, just a whole lot cheaper, and maybe $100. But I mean, it is double the weight. It comes in at about 30, 38, 39 ounces. These are my Trekology hiking poles. I have to use those to put up the tent. This is a Mountain Hardwear puffy jacket that I've had for many years. It may be probably a little heavier than most, but it's done me well, so I keep using it. I found these camp shoes or water shoes, whatever you want to call them, on Amazon for like $10, and they are a lot lighter than Crocs, so I use them all the time. That is my pack cover, just in case it rains. There is a little chance of rain for the 2 nights. That is a silk inner lining for my, just to add a little warmth to my quilt underneath, so I get in that. And that's my sit pad. This is the Granite Gear pack that I got off of Drop website. That thing came in really inexpensive, and I really like it. I use it a lot. Also, there is my little first aid bag. I got that at CVS, and then I just keep carrying it everywhere. This is the Thermarest Neo X Lite, the regular version, and just a beanie or hat. There's my Deuce of Spades trowel and some wipes and some Purell. That is a Sawyer, just the regular one. I found that the flow rate to be so good on that. The Cnoc bag to filter the water through the dirty bag, and then a gravity system that I use in case I need it. I have 2 smart water bottles that I use, the 1-liter bags. And my tripod, if I'm going to set up and try to do anything fancy with filming, though I don't really do anything fancy with filming. That is a Hilltop Dyneema food bag that I keep all my food in. Nothing special there, just some ramen noodles that I got there. Those are some just authentic. I got at a Chinese grocery store, and they are so good. That's the spicy beef. From there you have my just a simple pillow, one of those little pillows, and I have the Black Diamond headlamp, just the cheaper version. This is that Hemlock Outdoors. I use it as a belt, but it also has a little carabiner with it that you can hook your pack to the tree, and I love that thing by Hemlock Outdoors. It's a great little thing it didn't cost much. I carry, believe it or not, I guess you call it transistor radio. Before Radio Shack went out of business, it has 2 AA batteries in it. I know it's heavy, but I like listening to the radio at night. I mean, just really simply listen to the radio. So I just like to see what I can find, AM, FM, whatever. And then that is a Toaks 550-liter pot. I had the little BR5, whatever you call it, little stove, the cheap Chinese stove, and a Sea to Summit spoon. I have an extra spoon because I'm always afraid I'm going to lose my spoon. And yes, I carry 2 big lighters. I know that's crazy, too much weight, but I'm not an ultralight hiker, so I really don't care about that. Anyway, that's basically my little setup for the night. I didn't put in all my pants and stuff. Nobody really cares about that. Probably nobody really cares about any of this stuff except just a few people that watch these things for me. But this works for me. It's not super light, but it is what I'll have for 2 nights going in the back country, and should be a lot of fun. I'll try to do some filming and carry you along. Thanks for watching. Hope you subscribe to As the Crow Flies Hiking. Appreciate it.